practice.
So when I'm, what I felt automatically is that when I feel my
Heartbeat.
the breathing is just more natural and I'm more relaxed.
Okay, maybe if you want to use that a way to get the breathing flowing naturally, okay, but I wouldn't particularly just use that as the primary focus, but I think that's okay. But you're right, it's very hard to focus on the breath without manipulating it. Very difficult, particularly here, very difficult. But it's something we need to get into the habit of doing, because otherwise what happens here, of course, is people manipulate the breath, and often they're trying to make the breath more subtle and quiet, and then all of a sudden they go, because they're not getting enough air. So then we're, of course, our shamatha practice is gone when we do that. So we have to train ourselves to not manipulate. Of course, it's not so easy. Okay, one last point and then we'll stop for this evening. So the third object that we looked at the first evening was no object. Sometimes called awareness of awareness. The difference between this and the mind practice, of course, is that here we are observing the mind and all the mental events that are arising in the mind. This one is we're just resting in the experience of awareness itself. Appearances will continue to arise, but here we're paying no attention to any appearance whatsoever. We're not trying to block appearances, but we are paying no interest in them. We're just simply resting in the experience of being aware of being aware. That's it. These are the two practices we're going to do tomorrow morning. So is there any questions about how to do these practices now? Because we're going to do them first thing tomorrow morning. One session on this and one session on this.
Is this not the three that you took? I have the impression that when I feel like this, after I'm looking at the thoughts, this is what I'm doing. I'm aware of women. I feel that this is awareness. This quietness.
Yeah.
Isn't this quietness?
But this stillness can come in all three of these. What you will find, of course, is that this practice is more about discovering these qualities that are already there underneath all the stuff. Whereas in these, it's more about cultivating these qualities.
Yeah, but when these are cultivated, I can be in the awareness. Like I can...
Yeah, I mean, of course, when you have that stillness, it's probably easier to rest in awareness. Yes. But all of these qualities will come regardless of the method you follow. Mm-hmm. Sure.
And in this awareness, I feel like things are happening in this awareness. Like the voices are very sharp.
Awareness is simply the space where all things appear, of course. They're not appearing somewhere else. Okay, let's leave it there. And we'll continue the shamatha practice explanation tomorrow morning, and then we'll move into the vipassana practice. So what I'd like to do now to finish this evening is finish with a meditation. We're going to another Glen meditation similar to last night. And last night we focused on ourselves and someone close to us. This evening we're going to start to expand out a little bit further. So again, we'll do one 20-minute meditation. Yes, if you want to lie down, you can lie down.
As always, we begin by preparing the body, setting it into a state of relaxation, stillness, and vigilance. Allowing the breathing to settle into its natural rhythm. And setting the mind in a state of ease and relaxation. Letting go of all hopes and fears, worries or concerns about the past or the future. And simply allowing the mind to come to rest in the present moment. Focusing on the sensations of the breath throughout the body. So again, let's engage in Glen meditation to transform the self-cherishing mind into a mind of cherishing others, to transform our attachment and aversion into loving kindness and compassion. So remember, no matter how much mental afflictions we have in our mind, underneath all of our mental afflictions is the natural purity of our mind. Imagine this deepest dimension of your own mind, this inner purity, in the form of a small white radiant sphere of light in the center of your chest, at the level of your heart. And then allow your field of loving kindness and compassion to expand out to the person seated next to you. They are just like yourself in wanting to be happy and wanting to be free of suffering. So arouse the thought, how wonderful it would be if they were free of suffering and its causes. May you be free of all suffering and its causes. May you be free of all mental afflictions. And then imagine their mental afflictions and suffering in the form of black smoke filling their body. And then with each in-breath, imagine drawing that black smoke out of their body and bringing it into the sphere of light at your heart, completely dissolving it there. So with each in-breath, breathe in with compassion, dissolving and extinguishing their mental afflictions and suffering at your heart. And then imagine the black cloud is now completely extinguished. And now they're completely free of all mental afflictions and suffering. And take delight in this. And then arouse the thought, how wonderful it would be if they had happiness and its causes. May you be truly well and happy. And then with each out-breath, imagine immeasurable rays of light radiating out from your heart, filling and saturating their entire body and mind, and transforming into everything they need to be happy. So with each out-breath, breathe out the light of loving kindness, sending to them whatever they need to be happy. And imagine that they've now found the genuine happiness that they seek. Take delight in this. And And then allow your field of loving kindness and compassion to expand out further. And whoever comes to mind, whether it's a friend, someone you don't know very well, or even someone who you find a little bit difficult, bring them to mind, attend to them. And then breathe in with compassion, dissolving and extinguishing their suffering at your heart. And breathe out the light of loving kindness, sending to them whatever they need to be happy. And then allow your mind to continue to move around. And whoever comes to mind, whether it's an individual or even a group of people, breathing in with compassion, breathing out the light of loving kindness. No matter how much darkness is drawn in, it is all extinguished without a trace. And no matter how much light is sent out, it is sent out from an inexhaustible source that is in no way depleted. Breathing in with compassion, breathing out the light of loving kindness. Now release all appearances and simply allow the mind to come to rest. Simply resting in awareness itself. Without doing anything at all. Just be. Be present. Be aware. Have a nice evening, and we'll see you tomorrow morning at 6:45.